All right, motherfucker. You want to talk about football, Cleveland Browns style? Let me tell you something. This front office, everyone says the Browns passed up on Carson Wentz. Let me tell you something. Under this regime's current plan, if they would have drafted Carson Wentz would be riding the bench right now. Fans would say he sucks because he'd be fucking horrible in Cleveland. They'd be shifting between him and another quarterback. He'd be given the same treatment as DK7, basically. He would have fucking sucked under this regime because they don't have the fucking players around him that they are acquiring. So it would have been a waste. Now, if this regime would have never fucking gutted the roster and just drafted them and kept players they had instead of getting rid of all the players they had that were good, then Carson Wentz would have been fucking biblical. Why this roster was rebuilt, I have no clue. I don't understand why they completely rebuilt this roster. I don't get it. They got rid of fucking good players. I don't know. I know why. Because they wanted to say we got rid of all the players. We did. Everything's our guys. That's why. And in the process, fuck Deshaun Watson. He's nothing but a Dak Prescott clone. Goff and Wentz are definitely fucking good players. I knew Wentz. And listen, I watched Wentz. Everyone knows me. I wanted him. I said Wentz is definitely going to change the future of a team. I knew it. And I'll be honest with you. I myself would have taken him. I wouldn't have gutted the roster. I don't know why they did. So gutting the roster was the stupidest thing this regime did. It really was. I don't know why they did it. I know why they did it, but it was the stupidest thing they did. Now, that being said, they have enough players in place right now. And I'm going to say this right now. DK7, when the Browns get a new... Because right now, Hugh Jackson's killing him. DK7 is an NFL quarterback, has NFL size, arm, whatever. You give him a good coach. Look at Jared Goff under Jeff Fisher last year. Look at him now. DK7 is being fucking... Hey, honestly, Hugh Jackson is a cancer to the quarterbacks. I don't know where he became this quarterback whisperer. This guy thought RG3 was good. Hugh Jackson's a cancer. When we get a good coach in there, Deshaun Kaiser is going to flourish. The Browns are set at quarterback. Trust me when I tell you. They got the right guy. And I'll be honest with you, if you put DK7 and Wentz in front of me right now, if DK7 was in Philadelphia with Doug Peterson, he'd be better than Kaiser. He would be better than Kaiser, trust me. He'd be better than Wentz. Hugh Jackson's a fucking cancer. This regime did get enough draft picks where if you get a normal coach in there, we'll win games. Yes, there's no doubt. Hugh Jackson's the worst coach ever. That's why the Browns are... It's not the fucking front office, it's Hugh Jackson. They've given this guy everything. Duke Johnson's a superstar. Put him on another team, he's going to be a household name. Hugh Jackson doesn't know how to use him. We were in overtime a couple weeks ago. He never even seen the field in 2 series. He's never seen the fucking field. Hugh Jackson is horrible. So that's why if we get a head coach in there, we got enough talent. We're going to be good. Trust me. There's players on this team we can win with. Now, I will say this. The regime... The weakness of them is drafting wide receivers. I understand they got Coleman. I think he's going to be a stud, but he was injured. But you got to get more wide receivers. Signing Terrell Pryor, he may not have done nothing this year in Washington, but in Cleveland, he would have been good. Imagine Terrell Pryor, Josh Gordon, and Coleman. This front office is not without blame. There are some things they did wrong. That was one of them. They should have signed Terrell Pryor. They should have got wide receivers. And they should have had a quality backup veteran to teach Kaiser. There's you got to get a veteran, man, just to be like, here, Kaiser, this and that. He has no one. Absolutely no one. And think about it. This guy's a rookie, and he's trying to play quarterback for the Cleveland Browns with no receivers and a horrible coach, and he has no veteran backup to help him go through this. None. There's no Josh McCown would have been perfect right now. So that is his front office's fault. So they're not without blame, but overall, I think this front office has done more than enough to get this team wins. I like the DK7 over Wentz, and if they never gutted the roster, Wentz could have flourished here. Gutting the roster was another thing I don't understand why. I know why they did it, but it was stupid. They should have never done it. So yes, they are not without fault. But they did get a younger roster, and they do have talent, so we are loaded for bear right now. The problem is, we just got to win. And the question I have for you, Hugh Jackson's not the right guy. Who is the right guy? This Browns team will win under the new regime. Not regime, new coaching staff. Trust me. Greg Williams, hey, look at Greg Williams. He's basically doing the same thing Hugh Jackson did. He's winning. He's winning with fucking He's winning with those guys. Why can't Hugh do it? Because Hugh's a fucking retard. That's why. That's all you need to know. Greg Williams has like the 4th, 5th ranked defense in NFL right now, with the same players Hugh Jackson has. Hugh can't do it with this because Hugh Jackson's a cancer. So Jimmy has them. There's one move you need to make, and that's to fire Hugh Jackson. Get a quality head coach in there, and we're going to be good. We're loaded with talent. We just need the right man for the job. Coach Penn from draft day would be better than Hugh Jackson. That's no fucking lie either. No lie. Putney. David Putney. Putney.